All right, welcome to lesson 6, first video. And in lesson 6, you're going to be using area models to add and subtract fractions, to rename fractions so that you can add and subtract them. So here you see 2/3 plus 8/9. Are we ready to add? No, not ready to add. Why not? Because the units are not the same. The denominators are different, right? What do we need to do before we can add? We need to rename one of the fractions so they are like units, right? Are the units related? Yes. How do you know? Because 3 times 3 is 9. This is a fact family, 3 and 9. Which fraction should we rename? We should rename our thirds as ninths. Okay? Previously, we renamed fractions by using tape diagrams. This time, we're going to use an area model to rename 2/3 as ninths. Okay? So let's draw ourselves an area model. Okay, and we used area models before for multiplication and division. An area model is something that shows the area of a number. So we're going to be showing the area of 2/3 and 6/9. All right, it's fairly square. Does not have to be perfect. Make sure you're drawing it along with me in your notes. Let me grab my purple pen. To rename 2/3 as ninths, we need to show 9 equal parts in our area model. Okay, first let's start with 2/3. All right, and as you can see, we have one square broken into 2/3. So these two are colored in, right? There's 2/3. Now we're going to rename it as ninths. So we already have 3 parts, right? How many equal parts must we partition each third to show ninths? Think about 3 times 3, right? When we multiply by 3, we're breaking it into 3 more parts. Ta-da! Now we have 9 parts, and it's still the same parts colored in, except now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6/9. So 2/3 is the same as 6/9. I kind of like that. Do you like that? When we drew the horizontal lines to partition the model, how did the number of units in the whole change? Yes, the whole changed to 9 units, and the number of shaded changed to 6. So now we have 6/9. All right, and let's just record what we did so that we know it numerically as well in our area model. When we broke it into 3 more parts, what we did was we multiplied it by 3. Okay, so you see we had 2/3, our purple lines. Then we cut it into 3 more parts. So we're just multiplying it by 3. That's what it means when you multiply fractions to change to equivalent fractions. You're breaking it into more parts. So we multiply the same top and bottom because everything's being broken into 3 more parts. 2 times 3 is 6, and 3 times 3 is 9. There's 3 times as many units in 6/9 as there were in 2/3. Why is 6/9 the same size as 2/3 in the area model? Because we're just breaking it into more parts, right? We just broke it into 3 more parts. All right, very good. We're going to move on to the next one. Make sure you have this written down in your notes because I will be checking for it. You can always pause me if you need to, right? Okay, let's go to the next. I can just go this way. All right. Let's look at this. 4/5 minus 6/10. 4/5 minus 6/10. Are we ready to subtract? No, we are not. Are the units the same on the bottom? No, they are not. So, are they related? Well, yes, they are related. Do you see a fact family there? 5 times 2 is 10. 10 divided by 5 is 2, right? They are in a fact family together. So we can rename fifths as tenths, but could we rename tenths as fifths? Let's make an area model and check it out. All right, make sure you're writing this in your notes. Okay. So we're thinking about making 6/10 into fifths. So that means we would need to start with 10 parts. This is an easy way to make a double, right? To cut it in half that way. There's 4. There's 6. There's 8. Sometimes you have to cheat. Oh, there's 10. Okay, not beautiful, but 10 parts, right? They don't have to be beautiful. And 6 of those need to be colored in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? That is 6/10. Okay, very good. All right, when we rename a fraction, we need to think about how many equal groups we need. If we want to rename tenths as fifths, we need to compose, that means put together, equal groups of tenths, and then use the groups to help us rename the fifths. Do you see some fifths in the model? See, I nicely made it so that there would be 5, right? So if you think about one of these, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's your fifths without the line in the middle. Just going straight across, right? There's a fifth. Okay, so how many fifths is the same as 6/10? Hopefully you can see 3. 3 of those going straight across this block without the blue line in the middle. That is 3/5. So 3/5 is equal to 6/10. We could also do it by division, right? We can divide 6 by 2, divide 5 by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 10 divided by 2 is 5, right? So by composing it, I'm dividing by 2. I'm putting those back together, right? Remember when I multiplied by 2, it's breaking it into more pieces. When I divide, I'm making less pieces. So then we have 4/5 minus 3/5, right? We can rewrite the problem 4/5 minus 3/5, and 4 minus 3 is 1. And of course, we're keeping our fifths. All right. Make sure you're drawing that along with me, right? Okay, excellent job. I'll see you in the next video. If you don't have it drawn, please pause me and get it on your notes. Mahalo.